Chapter 1, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Short notes from Class 10. Subject Social Science, History. Book India and the Contemporary World 2. Introduction. In 1848, French artist Frédéric Soriot imagined a world of democratic and social republics. His painting showed people marching towards liberty, breaking away from absolutist rule. The 19th century saw the rise of nationalism, challenging monarchies and creating nation states. A nation state, a state where citizens share a common identity, language, culture, and history. Nationalism grew through struggles, revolutions, and unifications in Europe. First, the French Revolution and the idea of the nation. 1789 French Revolution, first major expression of nationalism. Revolutionaries introduced La Patrie, fatherland, and Le Citoyen, citizen. Adopted tricolor flag, national anthem, new constitution. Unified weights, measures, language. Spread of nationalism through Jacobin clubs across Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte introduced the Napoleonic Code 1804, equality before law, end of feudalism. However, his rule brought taxation, censorship, and conscription, which led to resistance. Second, the making of nationalism in Europe. 2.1 The aristocracy and the new middle class. Dominant class aristocracy owned land, lived luxuriously, spoke French. New class emerged, middle class, industrialists, professionals, due to industrialization. Peasantry was still the majority but lacked political power. 2.2 What did liberal nationalism stand for? Liberalism, freedom of individual and equality before law, political goals, and autocracy and clerical privileges, demand for constitutional government and parliamentary rule, economic liberalism, demand for free markets, Zollverein 1834, customs union by Prussia, removed tariffs, standardized currency. 2.3 A New Conservatism after 1815. After Napoleon's defeat, Congress of Vienna 1815 restored monarchies, led by Austrian Chancellor Metternich. Conservatism aimed to preserve a monarchy, church, and social hierarchy. Censorship laws suppressed revolutionary ideas. 2.4 The Revolutionaries, secret societies formed by liberal nationalists. Giuseppe Mazzini, Italy, formed Young Italy and Young Europe, believed in unifying fragmented nations into democratic republics, seen as dangerous by conservatives like Metternich. Third, the Age of Revolutions 1830 to 1848. 3.1 The Romantic Imagination and National Feeling. Culture played a key role. Romanticism focused on emotions, folk culture, and the collective past. Grimm brothers collected German folk tales. In Poland, language and music became tools of resistance against Russian rule. 3.2 Hunger, Hardship, and Popular Revolt 1830s to 1840s. Population rise, food shortages, job scarcity. Example Silesian weavers revolted in 1845 due to low wages. 1848 Widespread revolts due to economic distress and political repression. 3.3 1848 The Revolution of the Liberals. Middle class led revolutions for constitutional government. In Germany, Frankfurt Parliament was held 1848 but failed. Women participated but were denied voting rights. Eventually, autocratic regimes made concessions, serfdom abolished, reforms introduced. Fourth, the making of Germany and Italy. 4.1 Germany, can the army be the architect of a nation? Otto von Bismarck led unification using blood and iron. Prussia defeated Austria, Denmark, France in wars 1864 to 1871. 1871, German Empire declared at Versailles, led by Kaiser William I. 4.2 Italy unified. 1830s, Mazzini attempted unification but failed. Later, Victor Emmanuel II of Sardinia Piedmont led unification. Count Caver, diplomacy and alliance with France defeated Austria. Garibaldi led volunteer army in the south. 1861, Italy unified, yet many Italians were unaware of nationalism due to illiteracy. The strange case of Britain. British unification was gradual, not through revolution. 1707 Act of Union. England plus Scotland is equals to United Kingdom. Ireland was forcibly merged 1801, its culture suppressed. British identity promoted via language, flag and national anthem. Fifth, visualizing the nation. Nations personified as female figures to give abstract ideas a face. France, Marianne, symbol of republic, liberty. Germany, Germania, oak crown, heroism, sword, and rising sun. These images used in coins, stamps, statues to build national identity. Sixth, nationalism and imperialism. Late 19th century, nationalism turned aggressive and imperialist. Balkans, hotbed of nationalist tensions, ethnic diversity plus Ottoman decline. Rivalries among Russia, Germany, Austria, Britain led to conflict. Competition for colonies, power, and territory led to World War I. Outside Europe, anti colonial nationalist movements emerged, adapting the nation state idea. New words: absolutist, literally a government or system of rule that has no restraints on the power exercised. In history, the term refers to a form of monarchical government that was centralized, militarized, and repressive. Second, utopian, a vision of a society that is so ideal that it is unlikely to actually exist. Next, plebiscite, a direct vote by which all the people of a region are asked to accept or reject a proposal. Next, suffrage, the right to vote. Next, conservatism, a political philosophy that stressed the importance of tradition, established institutions, and customs, and preferred gradual development to quick change. Next, ideology, system of ideas reflecting a particular social and political vision. Next, ethnic, relates to a common racial, tribal, or cultural origin or background that a community identifies with or claims. Next, allegory, when an abstract idea, for instance, greed, envy, freedom, liberty, is expressed through a person or a thing. An allegorical story has two meanings, one literal and one symbolic. Some important dates: 1797, Napoleon invades Italy, Napoleonic Wars begin. 1814 to 1815, fall of Napoleon, the Vienna Peace Settlement. 1821, Greek struggle for independence begins. 1848, revolutions in Europe, artisans, industrial workers, and peasants revolt against economic hardships. Middle classes demand constitutions and representative governments. Italians, Germans, Magyars, Poles, Czechs, etc. demand nation states. 1859 to 1870, unification of Italy. 1866 to 1871, unification of Germany. 1905, Slav nationalism gathers force in the Habsburg and Ottoman empires. So friends, we have completed the short notes from chapter 1, the rise of nationalism in Europe. We have already studied the question answers of this chapter. You can find the link in the description and on the screen. If you like the video, kindly like it and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.